Good evening, good evening. I'm sorry, I'm out here today and I just have a couple of patient emails to do. Welcome everyone. The presentation tonight cannot be a presentation mode because I made this in PowerPoint 95. So just bear with me. As all of you know, I'm a big proponent of evidence-based dentistry, and that's earned me a lot of accolades over time, and I become more politically involved as the rest of my career. T1's welcome, and I hope you enjoy your first Brownbear lecture. So here's a couple of fun facts here. I'm 24 years old. I've lived in a couple of careers in the running. And I'm in the University of Illinois Order of Engineers. And the reason for that is my friend there, Alex Estombo, got inducted. I went on stage to congratulate him, and they also presented me with membership. So my name is forever in. Okay, here's some of my dental school achievements. So, I have served as vice president for the third year in a row, and it's a job that I take to heart. So, thank you once again to your class for voting for me. I went on a public health trip to Dakota, Mexico, and really, no matter what language you speak, if you scream at a child, it means the same thing. Put down that pop. So I've underestimated how athletic I am, and so as we're rolling around screaming about not drinking Coke, there might have been some droopy drawers. And so here's a picture of me as a sugar bandit with Sean McGivern there. I actually noticed this last night. You can see this is post-mooning, and evidence of that is I have tucked my shirt into the back of my jeans. All right, what do I do for fun? This is pretty much it. This is my life. I'm on the circuit constantly, lecturing about different dental topics. I also like to do lab work, one of my favorite things, especially when I can, especially when I can post it on social media. And you know, it's really another way to connect with my peers. And what else can I talk about but RuneScape? If you need a really good way to alienate your loved ones, RuneScape really fits the bill. Yeah, raise up hands, who's played it before? Okay, not a lot of people with professional degrees, that's weird. So, even in the virtual world, I'm talking about fluoride and dental health. I don't know how well you can read that from here. All right. Looks like that guy's just, life is sucked out of him. Look at that face. Just look at that face. It looks like he's a kid that got 5 minutes straight of nitrous. I've been involved with the ADA. And so you remember last year I really had a struggle with this question here. Do make radiographs versus take radiographs? And so I actually emailed the ADA president. And I switch focuses here. they're a force for good. They kind of make sure nothing crazy is going on in the state of Iowa. For example, they just recently fined some dentists. There's some quality control issues with that. I guess that's not the verge. Okay, there's a recent controversy about live patient boards, and I wanted to delve into this in a very delicate way, only I could. And so I created my own systemic review. And you can see kind of the first gathering of credits there. All right, so one complaint students always bring up is validity. There's just one day of high pressure, it's expensive. Other professions don't have to deal with this. And so we look for an official response. And I give that a B+. Alright, then there's ethics, student extortion, over-treating lesions that we wouldn't want to put a drill to, delaying patients, treatment, and I don't really buy the ethical arguments, and I gave that an A, mostly because bioethics is pretty new to dentistry, so we want to really test that out before we try to be ethical. Alright, so I'll just say this right now, Dean Johnson did not pay me to do this. I am totally on board with cooperation there. Alright, so earlier today, just another leadership position I took is I was part of a Superblock panel, and they asked me, and my first crown case, it was captured beautifully. I went to, Dr. Maroos was in the resident lab, and you ever just do all your lab work, it's very beautiful, and you just drop your master cast and die, and I came on over, and I'm like, Dr. Maroos, can you help me? And he's like, I know what to do. I got this. So I'm standing there holding my crown preparation, and I'm like, okay, did you figure it out? He's like, yeah, we'll just take a picture of this. And I'm like, what? It won't fix it, but you'll laugh later. So I talked to the younglings about what's next. Superblock, you guys will get through it, okay? It's not like you're standing there and Anakin's waiting to, okay. There's children. So there's two competencies I promised I would talk about. You just have to worry about taking alternate impressions and doing an occlusal analysis. So the impressions, pretty simple. You just take a mold of the upper teeth. And so you get kind of a criteria here. Really new this year, you'll see excellent is worth 4 points in the category, standard is 3, unacceptable is 1. All the way on the right, you see is the patient bleeding. And excellent is if there is substantial heme and heme-associated materials. Standard is blood, but not flowing freely. And what is unacceptable? Well, unacceptable is when you look at your impression, you ask yourself, is the patient bleeding? And you say, no, no, no. Time for the next competency, occlusal analysis. So for those of you that aren't in the dental field, the face bow is in that picture there. It's kind of a medieval torture device looking thing. So you take all these records, you go to the lab, you make your casts, and then you analyze how the bite comes together. And it must be completed in 48 hours. So I have a frequently asked questions section here. Dr. Brownbear, why am I mounting a single crown? With stable occlusion, everything looks good, and CR, analyzing it, unmounting it, then I can remount it into maximum intercuspation, and Next question. Why does it have to be in 48 That's a very good question. And so it is important that we do it in 48 hours. And you might think, well, does your cast material distort? Is there something about your records you have to worry about? And this is the research I want to present today. And I even did so at the ADA National Meeting in Washington, D.C. Look at that guy over there. All right. So this is my revolutionary study. I took an articulator. At time equals 0. And I compared it to an articulator at time equals 48 hours. So that's why you have to get it done. Jeez Louise. Would Alex Fon please come to the stage? Thank you, buddy. Okay, and this act brought to you by the Cooking Network. So, all you guys, you've seen this before, the bloody red cross dispensary card here. And so, what I'm going to do is, I'm going to X everything out, because I'm done with Superblock, it's free. Alright? And in fact, it really tore me up, so I'm just going to go ahead and rip it in half. Where is this going? And what does grapefruit have to do with this? Okay. Well, it represents something that's bittersweet. I'm done with pros. I don't have to worry about any competencies or any dispensary sheets, and I just want to relax and have fun with my free. What in the world? And that just goes to show you no matter how hard you try, you'll never get out of pros. And that's it, everybody, for today. I hope you've enjoyed my presentation. And to all the younger folk, never give up your dreams. Thank you.